right there. So now, once you meet all the requirements that I just said, you're in the game. So is anybody do anybody in here meet those requirements? If you meet all the requirements that I just said, comment a 1 below if you meet the requirements that I just went over. FICO Father meet the requirements. J Livewire meet the requirements. You know, okay. I see a couple people meeting the requirements. So now, once you meet those requirements, you could be able to leverage your personal credit to get approved for personal credit cards, or you can leverage your credit to get approved for business credit cards. Now, let me give you guys an example. I gave you guys the minimum requirements, right? The minimum. Now, let's say if somebody credit report, got a 760 credit score, 750 credit score. Let's say they got available credit of 30,000, available credit of 100,000. Who you think the banks are going to give more money to? A person that got 100,000 on their credit report, or a person that got $5,000 on their credit report? Person A that got 5,000, or person B that got 100,000? Person B, right? Person B is going to get more money because they have the more available credit on their credit report. Because when you're leveraging your credit report, it's a no-doc program. Once again, it's a no-doc program. So they're using your credit as collateral. So they're going to sit here and observe your credit report and see like, okay, this person have 100,000. I don't mind, giving them more money because I could see that they already handling 100,000, right? I already see that they're handling 100,000. So I just gave you guys the minimum requirements, but you want to sit here and build your credit, as much as possible. You want to build your credit score as much as possible. You want to build your available credit as much as possible. Okay? So, like I said, if you meet those requirements, you're in the game, but don't stop there. Continue to keep on building your credit more and more and more and more. Okay? Now, let's get into, leveraging our credit, right? So we can get the bag, so I can pass it off to my guy, and he could tell you what to do to once to get the bag. Because I got an American Express card, right? I sent myself an invoice, right? I sent myself an invoice, and, for the money of this dog, and the money hit my bank account, and I cashed out for my dog from my guy for $5,000. I paid $5,000 for my dog off of my credit card, but I had to get the money off the credit card first, right? So I used the bank money to buy my dog, to get into this business. I got 2 dogs, right? And I'm going to let my guy, get into the dog industry in a second, but I seen him doing this thing. I seen that it's lucrative. You know what I'm saying? He got the Cartier watch on. Like, bro, he lit off of the dogs. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I could start another stream of income. My son, not only can I start another stream of income, my son, he want a dog. You get what I'm saying? It's just, I want a dog. You get what I'm saying? So not only can you have a dog, in your household, to make your household complete if you like animals, but you can also make 6 figures off of these dogs, right? So bang, right? Let's get into leveraging our credit, right? So it's banks out here that give pre-approvals, right? So if you meet those required American Express and fill out a pre-approval with them, right? It's no impact to your credit score, okay? Discover. You could go to Discover and fill out a pre-approval with them, right? You could go to FNBO, right? You could go to FNBO. Just type FNBO on Google. You're going to find the bank, okay? FNBO, they do pre-approvals as well, okay? So I just gave you 3 banks right there that do pre-approvals, okay? So that means you can sit here and, get pre-approvals from these credit cards, right? And get approved now, and then you leverage that money, okay? Capital One do pre-approval as well, okay? Capital One does pre-approval as well. So this is the key though, right? This is what you really want to do. You really want to get an LLC. You don't really want to leverage your personal credit, right? Even though you can. The difference is if you guys go out here and get personal credit cards, what's going to happen is that first off, you want to make sure that you get 0% interest, because it's going to take, months for you to, anywhere between, I would say 6 months to a year and some change for you to, for your, depending on if you buy your dog a puppy or if you buy your dog an adult. Now, like I said, I'm gonna let my guy get into that. But you know, sometimes it may take some time, and he gonna explain all that in a second, right? But I bought my dogs as puppies. If you buy your dogs as puppies, the thing is it's gonna take some time to get a return on your investment. So you want to make sure that you're using a 0% interest credit card, so you're not getting charged interest on the money that they give you. If I spend $10,000, I want to be able to give them that same $10,000 back with no interest. I don't want to get them 12. I don't want to get them 13 or 14, right? I want to get them the same money that they gave me. And how you do that is by getting a 0% interest credit card, right? So the best way to do this is you're either going to if you use a credit card, like I use my American Express, right? That's a charge card. So I had to pay that balance off the following month, right? So I paid the balance off because I believed in my dogs going to make me that money. So I use my own money. I use the credit money to buy the dogs, and then I use my own money to pay off the credit cards. But once I make the money off the dogs, they're going to pay me back. The reason why I use my credit cards is because I get reward points in return. Them reward points are looked at as cash. Okay, I can use those reward points to, you know, cash back out what I spent, travel for free, what have you, right? But I'm just going to give you guys some banks because I don't just want to sit here and, you know, talk. I want to get my guy on here and drop this information on y'all, right? The play is you need a LLC, right? If you have an LLC and meet those requirements, right, you could literally go inside a bank, build a relationship. It's called relationship banking. Open up a checking account, open up a saving account. Now they know who you are, right? Now they know who you are. You build a relationship with them, and now you are their friend. Now, how you make them your best friend is by depositing some money in your checking and depositing some money in your saving. Now you're their best friend because you gave them money, right? Now, once you got the relationship and you become their best friend, now you can leverage your personal credit to get business credit. This is the key though, y'all. Once you get the business credit, guess what? You can remove the inquiry off of your personal credit report because you're being a personal guarantor to get that business funding. And now you can sit here and remove the inquiry and leverage your personal credit to go get funding for that business again. And then that's when you rinse and repeat that process and you run up the bag with that business, right? Not only can you run up the bag with that business, each LLC that you have, you can get business funding for each LLC that you have. So let's say I go to Chase Bank and Chase Bank give me $10,000 for my LLC, right? I will remove the inquiry, go open up a new LLC, and go right back to Chase and get another $10,000 with my other LLC. So each LLC that you have, you can get business funding per one. That is a major gem. The reason being is because, listen, with myself, it's only one social security number. It's only one of me. With a business that have something called an EIN, right? An EIN. That's looked at as the social security of a business. So each business have an EIN, right? That means each business that I have, I'm creating a new person. Each person that I create, I can get funding for each business. Okay, so I'm gonna just give you guys a few banks that you could go to get the bag from. Okay, Key Bank pulled from Equifax. They give out the bag. They will give you $5,000 for your LLC, brand new LLC, as long as you meet those requirements and do what I told you to do. Go build that relationship, become their best friend. Key Bank will give you $5,000. Truist Bank, they pull from Equifax as well. Citizens Bank, they pull from Equifax as well. Okay, so those are three banks that you could go to get the bag from. Truist, Citizens, Key Bank. Okay, so you could go to whatever bank you want to go to. You could go to. You just want to make sure that they're offer the products that you're looking for. You're looking for 0% interest business credit cards. Okay, if any, I don't care what bank you have, whatever bank you want to go to in the United States, whatever bank you want to go to, just make sure that they have the business products that you're looking for. If they have 0% interest business credit cards, then go run the play. Go open up a business checking account. Go open up a business saving account and deposit the money in there and run the play. Now, if, for instance, I said Citizens Bank and Key Bank. Citizens Bank and Key Bank is in, Philadelphia and PA. It may not be in your state. So if you want to go to Key Bank or Citizens Bank, you want to make sure that you get a virtual address in Pennsylvania. If you get a virtual address in Pennsylvania and you're in Florida, you will be able to go to Key Bank and get business funding from Key Bank, even if it's not a Key Bank in Florida, by you getting a virtual address in PA, and then that's when you will be able to get an LLC. Then you will be able to get an LLC in PA now and get the bag from them. Okay? So if you meet those requirements, if you need further help, you can tap into my course. My course is on sale right now for $25. It will show you exactly how to repair your credit, build your credit, you know, to the standpoint that I just said, and then leverage it to go get these personal and business credit cards, and also teach you how to get an LLC. If you need more help further than that, I do offer one-on-ones, and I do offer mentorship program. My mentorship program starts at $1,000, and you know, my one-on-one start at $5,000. Okay. Now, if your credit isn't in the right standpoint, what I recommend you guys to do is to start selling something. Right. So when my credit was messed up, guess what? I started a credit repair business. My credit was messed up, but my son mom credit was lit. So in the meantime, right, I started a credit repair business, and it have a low overhead. So in my mentorship and my one-on-one, I'll teach you how to make a bag by helping people repair their credit, helping people build their credit, helping people get funded. So if your credit is messed up while you're building it, because it takes time. It's not an overnight process. It's not a get rich quick scheme, right? It takes time to build your credit and get it to where I was just telling you. Right? So bang, if you don't meet the requirements, start a credit repair business, start a funding business, right? It literally takes no money. All you need is laptop and Wi-Fi, and you could make, you know, $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, right? You know, running this credit repair business. So with that being said, another gem that I want to tell you guys to how to build your credit, Credit Strong. CreditStrong.com is a primary, you know, trade line that you can add to your credit report to help you build. Kickoff.com is a primary trade line that can help you build your credit. Rent Reporters is a primary trade line to help you build your credit, right? Self Lender is a primary trade line to help you build your credit. So I just gave you guys 4 primary trade lines to help you build your credit. It's Dare CEO, 25-year-old entrepreneur. If you guys don't follow me, click on Bag Talk right there at the top and make sure that you guys follow me. And bro, you mean I just taught them how to get the bag? Oh, another thing. Like I said, how you liquidate the bag so you can tap into my guy. I use this platform. I use this software called QuickBooks, right? I use QuickBooks, right? My business got QuickBooks. So I'll send myself an invoice from my business, and I'll pay the invoice, right? I'll pay the invoice, and then that's when I'll pay the invoice with my credit card, and the money will hit my bank account. And then that's when I'll take that money and I'll sit here and cash out my man. Or what you guys could do, you could get a 0% balance transfer card, and you guys could get to a convenience check, right? You could write a check out to yourself with that credit card by doing a 0% interest balance transfer, and you could take that convenience check and write it to yourself and deposit into your bank account. And then that's when you will also be able to get a cash to my guy as well to get your business started, right? So I just told you guys how to build your credit, you know, how to liquidate your credit cards, you know, so you can get the cash in hand to be able to tap in with my guy. So now it's your turn, bro, to tell them how to get started, whether they want to get a puppy, you know, just anything about the industry, you know, little gems that you could give them to tap in.
For sure. Yeah, what I say is, my suggestion, people always ask whether they should get a boy or a girl. You can't lose either which way you go. You feel me? A girl good, a boy good. Because at the end of the day, they can't breed natural. You feel me? So if I got a boy and you got a girl, I'm gonna need you. There's always money in the game. You feel me? At the end of the day, you can either stud your boy out, and you feel me? Of course, your girl gonna have her litter when that time comes. But if you only got a girl, you still gonna need that male. So at the end of the day, that's when the stud come into service. You feel me?
What's a stud, bro?
A stud is a male, like basically that's your male, who you hitting your girl with, who you breed with. So at the end of the day, boom. Say I got a boy, I just got a boy. So I would charge you depending on my stud, which stud you using of mine, anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all depending on the DNA of the dog. So
So basically, a stud is the dog, the male
The
dog nut.
male dog. Nah, the male
Yeah,
dog is a stud. A male dog is a stud.
yeah. So a male dog. So you know how like it takes a male to get a female pregnant. So a stud is basically the dog semen, the dog nut. That's what makes, that's what a stud is. Basically, you would, however they get the nut out of the dog, you could take that nut and you could sit here and put it inside another female dog. So basically, you're selling the nut of a dog. That's what a stud is.
Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, so if you're going to go the male route, that's the you feel me. Of course, that's the route you're gonna do. You could charge anywhere from some depending on your dog. Like I said, depending on your dog, the structure, the color, whatever. You feel me? That all varies in price. You set your own price in this game at the end of the day. But when you get that female, when we talking about the female, and you feel me, you get them litters coming. You go I say anywhere from 11 to 12 months for a female, like to come in heat. 11 to 12 months to a year, you feel me? Your female gonna come in heat. Your boy ready to stud at 7 months. That's a that's AKC like they allow you to breed your dog at 7 months. But like I was saying though, you can't lose with which with whatever one you choose. So you hear me? I can't hear you, bro. But yeah, like I was saying to y'all, it don't matter if you got a boy or a girl. At the end of the day, you gonna win. You gonna see your money back on return. Whatever. This a boy. You got a boy right here, one girl, the chocolate boy. So it all depends. Like I was saying, it all depends on the color and your structure. And then you got, and then you could go into charging for your puppies, depending on what you litter is, what color dog you got in your litters. It can start my puppies start at 5,000 and up. So in this game, it ain't no way you can lose.
Okay. What's the difference? What's the All right. So if I was to buy a Frenchie, what do you recommend? Should I start? Far as how it's different. It's Isabella's, it's Merle's, it's Pods, it's Tries. You mean? Can you explain? The different breeds of the dogs and what like
They,
depending
they
on
all
your
the
budget.
same breed. They all the same breed. It just depends on you feel me what your market is. Like at the end of the day, you still want to set yourself like, all right, you're a beginner. You don't want to just jump. You don't want to just dive right into like the big shit. You feel me? You still want you want to know who your customer is. You don't want to buy them. Then now you trying to puppies. If they ain't your market. You heard me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. My fault. I just disconnected from Wi-Fi. They probably need you to repeat that again.
Nah, like I was saying, like depending on the color and the structure of the dog, like you saying, like Isabella's and all that. It's at the end of the day, it's still levels to the dogs. You feel me? Like if you're a beginner breeder, I always suggest people get a Merle. I like a popular color. You feel me? That you can easily get off at the end of the day. You feel me? But you want to make your job easier as could be. So at the end of the day, I prefer somebody to get a Merle, any like a blue, or any of those popular colors. You feel me? Standard popular colors. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to get into the more exotics, and now in your market, you don't got the market to sell them type of dogs. You feel me? But for sure, depending on what you want for yourself, you could tap into them $20,000 dogs and all. You feel me? If you got that market. But like I said, if you're a beginner, you feel me? I'll go with the Laura Exotics.
Okay, so now, you know, of course, if anybody in here want to start their business, of course, they'll be able to. You could tap in with my guy D Lloyd. You know what I'm saying, if anybody is interested in starting their kennel, you could tap in with my guy and he'll be able to tell you. Just be like, I was on the live with you and Dare. You get what I'm saying? I'm interested. Damn, they all asleep.
Mhm.
You could just tap in with my guy and be like, I was on the live with you and Darren. I'm definitely interested in starting my kennel. Because like I started my journey, with my guy as well. You get what I'm saying? So I bought a mirror off my guy. So if anybody interested, you could definitely click on Bag Talk, follow my guy and DM him, and he'll be able to give you more information. And that's like he
And,
said that
and
AKC.
everything right here is available if you're interested.
Yeah, everything right there is available, and then like he give you the paperwork as well. So like I got the paperwork behind the dog. It's legally like my dog. Like I got the paperwork behind it. You get what I'm saying? So now once my dogs, you know what I'm saying, get to that age. What would I do, bro? Like once my dog, like how would I know when my dogs are ready to like breed?
All right, so boom, your female, she gonna come in heat. She gonna come in heat. Heat when your female get her period. You feel me? So when your dog get her period, depending on her age, like I said, because she can get her period anywhere from 8 months to a year. So depending on her where she at of age, you feel me? You could hit her in the size of her and how mature she is. You could hit her on her first heat. You feel me? So basically, like with these Frenchies, you do AIs, artificial insemination. That's where you take the semen and you feel me? You artificially inseminate it into the female, like shoot the female up with the semen. So basically, like you feel me, and I provide all that. So at the end of the day, once your female come in heat, I say hit her. You can like test her and see where she at, like how fertile she is. You can test her and see how fertile she is, or you feel me. Me personally, I always hit my dogs up around like the ninth day. You feel me, and that worked for me. You feel me? That just worked. That's what would work for me. So, but yeah, like you'll know when your male is of age, when he get the humping, they start humping like child hump your leg or other dogs, or you feel me, you'll just see his pink joint come out. So that's all.
All right, bet. That's definitely all stuff I experienced. Like, by me having my dogs as puppies, I definitely seen, his pink thing come out before I seen blood coming out of my female, pup
Yeah,
part or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Boys definitely mature first.
Yeah, so that's another thing, you're able, let's if you buy your dogs as puppies, your dog out and make money back off of studying your dog out before you're able to start before you able to get your first litter from your female, right? So that's one way that you can make money, to make your money back, fast, right? Now, today, if you guys watch my story, I seen my female dog bleeding, right? And he asked me, how long have she been bleeding? He just dropped the gem on you guys what works for him, right? He said, he hit her up on the ninth day. He would do the AI, impregnate her, right? What would be the proper steps in, taking care of her so I can have a successful litter, no miscarriage and things like that, and properly taking care of the dogs, how you're doing right now, currently on this live, what's that process?
It's the whelping process right here. But before the dog's even born, you feel me? It takes 64 days for the dog, you feel me, to be pregnant. It's female dog pregnancy, 60 to 64 days. So basically, like throughout the pregnancy, you want to make sure her diet, you feel me, she eating good, isolated from all the other dogs. You don't want disrupt her. You want to keep her as comfortable as possible. So, but yeah, around like I say the 30-day mark, you feel me, she gonna start showing signs of pregnancy, you feel me? You gonna see her start widening out. You gonna see her probably have like her nipples start to drop and all that. So now you actually seeing that she's pregnant. You could take her for an ultrasound now and all that. But like around like the 45th, you can get an X-ray and you could actually see how many puppies you got. You feel me? You can actually see how many puppies you got in the dog, so you could prepare yourself for what's going on. But after that, it's the whelping process, and people think like, you feel me, it's easy, but you at the end of the day, you still gotta do the and they don't have natural pregnancy. I mean, they don't have natural births. They have C-sections. Like, I advise anybody who trying to do it to get the C-section. I mean, some people try to do it. Some people try to let their dog have natural birth, but their heads is too big for the canal, and a lot of puppies die that way. So, like, to ensure you don't lose any pups or anything of that sort, I would advise anybody to get a C-section. Everybody get a C-section when you're dealing with these dogs. Because at the end of the day, you don't want that. You don't want to lose nothing. So yeah, and then what else? What else I didn't cover? The whelping process after she had her babies, it's still not over for you. Feel me? You still got to put in that overtime work for about the first 2 weeks, some up even 3 weeks. Because at the end of the day, like, you gotta make sure the mom ain't laying on him. You gotta make sure the puppies are actually feeding, drinking from the mom, and all that. Like, it's a real process with these dogs. And on top of that, some people you could pay a whelper, like, depending on which route you want to take. You could pay a whelper to whelp your litter for you, or you could you feel me, you could do it yourself. But me personally, I whelp all my litters because at the end of the day, nobody ain't gonna take care of you feel me, yours how you gonna do yours. So that's the route I go.
Okay, so now we went through all the process of buying a dog, impregnating the dog, starting the dog out, you know, C-section. Now we got the dogs here. We just went over the whelping process. Now, I feel as though it's time to market our dog. So let's talk about the market as far as you're in the tri-state area. I feel as though you travel with the dogs. You be in Cali, in New York, you in Miami, like, you from coast to coast, around with these dogs. So I feel as though you understand, different markets. So can you just tap into different markets as far as, what market should we be in, or what if I'm in this market, the
You
price
got the
ranges, and how
you got
to
the
basically sell my dogs.
I already so boom. You got the pet market and you got the breeder market. You feel me? Like, the pet market is your everyday person, you feel me? Your everyday person that just want the dog, that actually, you feel me, like the dog and just want to, want a pet. So those prices, you got anywhere from 3,500 to roughly like 8,000. You feel me? Depending on the color in your dog and the color, the structure. You feel me? And the DNA of your dog. All right. So that's for the people that understand that. Then you got the breeder market, who actually understand how this actually works. You feel me? So your breeder market, they already coming in this game expecting to spend. So that's anywhere from 10,000 and up. It's no, you feel me? They ain't setting no price on the breeder market because they already know what they want out of your dog, and they already know what they getting out of it, and they already know what they're going to do with it. So at the end of the day, when I'm coming in as a breeder, I'm looking for DNA, I'm looking for structure, I'm trying to, I want to know I want to know what your dog carry. I want to know, you feel me, where it come from all the way back. So at the end of the day, I might spend anywhere from 10,000 to 50,000 on a dog, because I know my return. You get what I'm saying? Return on investment. At the end of the day, you looking at it like this: if I buy a boy off of you for 20,000, depending on his DNA, now I'm studying him. Now just to breed with my dog, you gotta pay me 5,000. You get what I'm saying? So it all like the market. I try to in this game. I market to both breeders and your everyday pet owner.
Okay, so from my experience, and you could correct me. Yeah. Um, from my experience, from me living in like, Miami, and now, being in, Philly or whatever, like my experience is like when I was when I'm in Philly at the dogs with the dogs, a lot of people could care less about the dogs. Like, I ain't gonna say I don't get no attention, but
Yeah,
me being in Miami, literally everybody is stopping me. Oh my gosh. Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Like, when I went inside Mercedes Benz with my dog, people like, they're offering me money right now. Like, yo, I got 8,000. Yo, I got 10,000 for the dog. So I feel as though like in markets like, Miami,
yeah.
because by me living in
Oh,
Miami, it made me want a dog. Like, I got my teeth done in Miami. People got jewelry. People got cars. Like, people live in a high-rise apartment. So like people was willing to spend out there.
yeah.
So
They
yeah,
understand. They listen. Like Miami, Cali, Miami and Cali, all them like in Texas, them like hot areas for the dog breeding game. You feel me? Like they understand what's going on. Philly kind of slow because at the end of the day, they ain't. You feel me? They not up on it. It ain't too many. Like you don't really, people don't really understand it yet. You feel me? You ain't got too many breeders that are made $50,000 off of dogs. You feel me? Like off of one dog. You feel me? People don't understand spending like when I bought my first dog. When I bought my first dog, they thought I was crazy. They thought I was crazy. They didn't understand it. You feel me? They didn't understand what was going on. So a lot of people, like with that being said, a lot of people don't understand it. I feel like they just don't. They don't see the vision. Or just might not have nobody to, you feel me, to show them.
yeah. So I'm saying that's pretty much the game. Like I see my guy, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I was planning on doing the same thing, but like, you know, like when you live in an apartment, you got one of them. I forgot what it's called, but you get it off Amazon to take your groceries in the house. It's like, you roll your groceries in that little cart. So my guy, he get his cart. He put his Instagram name down on there, and he'll take the dogs down Times Square. He'll take the dogs down South Beach. He'll take the dogs down, Myrtle Beach, where it's a lot of people at, where they gonna be like, oh my gosh, and from that point on, people are ready to like, because people be wanting dogs. So it's like if you're in their face, like right now, my guy on live right now. You get what I'm saying? Like he said, he's marketing the dogs to people, to everyday people. Your girl be in your ear like, yo, I want a dog, I want a dog. You know what I'm saying? Your mom be in your ear, I want a dog. Or you may be an entrepreneur, a grinder, a hustler, a business-minded person, and you just ready to tap into the dog industry like myself. I was in it for both reasons, because I'm a grinder, and also, my son mom wanted a dog. My son wanted a dog. But I would say I was more in it for the entrepreneur part of it. But I'm in it though now. So that's pretty much it to it, I would say, unless there's any more gems you want to drop.
Shit. And then like I said, bro, it just all depend on like what the customer actually looking for. You got anywhere you could tap into the fluffy side where, you feel me, 15,000 and up. So it all
You want that one?
like I said, bro, this a $1 million game, bro. So you feel me? Like anything else, it all depend on what you put in and what you put out of it at the end of the day. So, but yeah, you feel me? I got the ebook about to drop. You feel me? I'm gonna give them all the gems. You feel me? So whatever everybody looking for, if you looking to get into this dog game, anything I missed out on, anything you want to know, any questions you got, just shoot me a DM. You feel me? Follow me. And if you're interested, tap in. Listen. I give you all the game in the world.
So there you go. You guys have it. Make sure you click on Bag Talk. Follow my guy. Follow me. I'm going to teach you how to get the bag, and my guy going to teach you what to do with the bag once you get it if you're interested in, tapping into this industry. You get what I'm saying? So we checking out, y'all. Make sure y'all follow my guy. And like I said, if you want to start your journey today and stop playing around, because it's like, it ain't no reason to, to play around. You know what I'm saying? You want to get started now. Like, I ain't know nothing about it. I know that I could get help from my guy. I know that I got, he's not going to be a bougie person. And, especially if you buy a dog off of him, he's not going to sit here and, just say, oh, this person bought a dog off me. Fuck him. You get what I'm saying? He going to sit here, oh, yeah, bro, like somebody interested in a stud with your dog. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got that. You get what I'm saying? Or so he gonna be willing to help you along the process as well. I could at least say that for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I hear other people as well. So with that being said, y'all, if you're ready to start your journey today, like he said, all them dogs that he's showing you is available right now. So make sure that you tell him, like, yo, I was on this live with you and Dare. I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to get this bag. I'm ready to turn my dreams into reality.
Listen, the faster, the better. Time wait for no man. It's no point of, putting it on the back burner, because at the end of the day, your dog got to grow up. Your dog has to grow up. So the quicker you jump on that, the quicker, you feel me, you see your return on investment at the end of the day. This is not a game where you could just jump in, you keep putting it on the back burner. At the end of the day, these puppies need to grow. So if you say, nah, next, I'm gonna hit you on your next litter. I'm gonna hit you on your next litter. I'm gonna hit you on your next litter. You gonna keep pushing. You gonna keep faulting yourself, because at the end of the day, these puppies gotta grow up. Unless you buying an adult. And I must listen. I'm not against people buying adult dogs. I'm not. But at the end of the day, when you buying a puppy, you at least know where your dog been. You know what problems your dog had, what health problems come with the dog. I see a lot of people going out there and trying to buy adult females. She probably done had a litter. Her previous owner probably had a litter. She could have like an infection in her, so her next she could have any type of health problems. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's always a risk in this game, but the slightest risk with me personally that works for me, I start out with puppies. Because at the end of the day, I know where that puppy been at for that year. I know that this dog hasn't had any litter. I know it hasn't had any pregnancy problems. I know it hasn't had any uterus problems, anything of that, cervix problems, any of that. So, like I said, for y'all that want to get into this game, just let me know. Like, I'm gonna give y'all the best advice. I'm gonna be as honest as possible when it comes to this, because at the end of the day, you take care of your dog, it's gonna take care of you, man.
Say no more, bro. I appreciate you, for being able to share each other's platform, bro. We support each other. Keep doing your thing. Keep, educating the people. Keep showing our people that it's a different way out here to get money other than, selling drugs or working a 9-to-5 or whatever the case may be. You could literally be out here getting this money and, motivating and inspiring other people, because that's exactly what you're doing for me. And I know that's what you're doing for others as well. So stay blessed, bro. Keep doing your thing.
You too, bro. Be safe.
You too, bro. We out of here. Let's get it, y'all. Tap in.